It's your man Paulie Rhyme, aka Paul Richardson, live from Handa, Aichi, which is about 30 minutes south of Nagoya in Japan. And so this is episode 4, or part 4, episode 12. If it's your first time, I do these in 3 parts. And so I talk about being a parent, talk about being an artist, and talk about being an educator in Japan. And so there are 3 sections. So this is the 3rd section of part 4. And this section, if you're listening to it, it's 12. If you're watching the video, then you can jump right to the other sections. But episode 12, the parent section, and this part is about having a creative kid and going on auditions. So yeah, we have a very creative kid. Just some background, I'm an artist, I rap, I DJ, I make music, currently making a documentary. So I've been creative my whole life. More so when I got out of college. I was DJing in college, and I was doing art when I was a little kid. But in terms of musically, really, when I got in my 20s, I really started jumping head first into music, as far as like making projects and touring and things like that. And my wife is a singer, and we were in a band together and still perform together in Japan, mainly in the States. And our band was called Finless Brown, and then we were in a band called Miles Outside when we were in California. And so when Maya was born, she was exposed to a lot of music, a lot of musicians, going to the shows, seeing my other band, Soul Organics, perform, hearing about Daddy going on tour and things like that. When she got to a certain age, she was really into singing. She actually jumped on stage and performed with me at this kids function. It's like a b-boy function for kids, and because she knows the music, and it was really cool. So she kind of started going down that journey. She's done like a little bit of, I won't say necessarily modeling, but she's taken some pictures, and we've done some of that stuff. So she is, really getting more into this as a teenager. And so as her parent, we want her to pursue any dreams that she has, and we believe that she has some talent. And we've seen it from other avenues. And so recently there was an opportunity for her to sing and shoot a video. And so she did that, and it was like a competition, and then they picked her out of however many people, and then she was able to go to this AVEX artist audition, and then sing for the producers and the people there, and then get selected to possibly work with them. And so that's like the end of the story, and I'm kind of giving you the heads of that, because there are some things that you have to think about when you're a parent. One, I don't speak that much Japanese. Itoko speaks Japanese, which is her mother. So if you have that situation and no one speaks Japanese, you gotta think about, I'm in Japan. How am I going to get these things and provide these opportunities and be aware of what's happening for my daughter or son? But luckily, she has a bilingual parent. But then, going backwards, thinking about, okay, my kid is creative and they want to be a DJ, they want to be a b-boy, or dancer, they want to be a singer, they want to be a rapper. How do I support them by doing this? And so she definitely wanted to be a singer. Her mother sings, she likes music, she loves it. And so as her father, as someone who's been a performer, thinking about my own experience, and then trying to provide opportunities, one, in the house where she can kind of sharpen her sword, build her craft. And so one of the things, or two of the things that I remember doing initially, were creating a playlist. So thinking about the music that she likes, as well as thinking about music that is popular, her key, like how she sings, what she sounds like, what other people sound like. and then just having her sing songs, learn songs, because I think it's important that kids have a base of music, they have a history that they can lean on when they are doing this. And then, so we did that for a while, and then I found an online singing lesson program. And so it was like videos, download, as well as music sheets and things. So she started to do that. That didn't last too long, but we still have it. So whenever she needs to go back to it, we kind of go back to it. But she really just likes to sing. So, you know, trying to let her just do her thing, not to put too much pressure on it. But I do think at some point she's going to have singing lessons, more formal singing lessons. So we will, once we get there. So some people jump right into that. Oh, get the singing lessons, spend the money, boom. But I think there is a certain amount of growth that can happen on their own just by doing it. And then when, and also at the time she was like 11, 12. So I think once she gets a certain age, then she's like, yo, I'm really serious about this. Then we'll get to that point where maybe we'll get more formal lessons. But I mean, I think it's on you too. If you think that it's right now is the time, they're 8 years old, you want them to have singing lessons, go for it. We did drum lessons too. So that was cool. And I gave her an idea, a sense of musicality, hand-eye coordination, feet coordination, all that stuff, learning the instrument. I do think at this moment she's trying to learn guitar. And so again, bought her guitar. We're doing an online program. And she also is a homeschool kid, so she likes to work online, work by herself at her own pace. So then that's another reason why we went that route. So thinking about your kid's personality and how they learn and which way they learn well. So, but I didn't learn an instrument when I was younger, so I thought it was important that she at least either pick up piano or drums or guitar. So she chose guitar. Another thing that we have given her opportunity to do, because we do perform local shows, she's able to perform with us. So we kind of just threw her into the fire as far as like being a background singer. She knows the music. She's able to perform with her mother. She enjoys that. She knows what it is to go to band practice, what the instruments do, how we work together, how much practice it takes to put on a show. And then she's had a chance to work with another singer who did a backup thing for me when my wife couldn't do it. So she's having those experiences early on. So then when she has her own experiences, she's able to lean on those things and be like, oh yeah, we did that when I was a kid, or this and that. Now, you don't want, that's not the end all be all, and you want to definitely coach them like, hey, this experience, when you get it, it might be bigger, it might be smaller, it's going to be different. It might be similar, but still different because it's your experience. But I do want her to have the ability to make choices, make decisions beyond just performing, that if she wants to organize or she wants to do things. Now back to the audition. So with the audition, we went to Tokyo, and a lot of times in Japan, a lot of the things happen in Tokyo, which I'm not a super fan of. I mean, no shout to Tokyo. Tokyo's cool. But we don't live in Tokyo. So even when she was trying to model, they were like, oh, she's great, she got good look, but she needs to go to Tokyo. Same thing. So we decided this time, okay, what's the deal? We're going to go. So we went to Tokyo, went to the place, nice place, nice people, interview. She sang, blew them away. And then when we figured out exactly what they wanted to do, one, it was really like, it's really us making the investment into her and the company to produce some music. And so I make music. Her mother makes music. I know studios. I have a studio in my house. I'm making videos. You know, the world has changed in those regards where you can do things. So in the end, it was a good opportunity. And maybe later on down the road, we might try it again. But for the amount of money that they wanted us to invest to get what we was getting back wasn't enough in my view. And then in terms of what the quality of what they're doing versus the quality of what we're doing, I could invest less and get more. So we decided that we wanted her to have an opportunity to create something at this age via the resources that we have. So as far as like being able to produce some music, we have some producer friends that we know. We have ability to produce music at home. As far as writing, we're giving her a chance. She likes to write, so giving her a chance to write as well as work with her mother who writes songs, and she's been able to write a couple songs. We've been able to use BandLab just as an intro DAW for her to mess around with and get used to that kind of recording in that environment, and just to have some base knowledge so she doesn't go into a situation completely blind and at the mercy of someone else. And that's how people get taken advantage of. And then, I have friends who can make videos. So once she gets a song done, then we'll make a video and we'll see how she does. So for some people, it's like, get in the K-pop band, J-pop band, run with it. We're doing that. And that might be something she does later on. But I think initially for her, at this age, great chance to learn about the industry, learn about the business, learn about the creative process, make your own music, and then see how far you can go in these next year or two and do some shows, performing, if that's where it gets to, if something takes off. And then if you want to go to the next level when you're 16, 15, 17, you have a couple years of grinding it out, and so you have a respect for the craft. You really want to do it. That's what you want to do, and I think she will be better for it. She will appreciate it more, and hopefully she'll be sharper. She have a little dirt on her. She'll be grinding it out. Sometimes you gotta just really teach them that it's not an overnight thing. It takes years, or it just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of elbow grease, hard effort. You gotta show them that you want it. And you might surprise yourself with your own ability. So we want to support her in that way too, because we feel like she's talented, feel like she can do it. And if you just go in there as a talent, then you can't expect to get creative rates, especially in this day and age, And not to say you shouldn't work with other people, because you should, and you should take it to another level. But see what you can do, see what your abilities are, see what you can max out at before you go sign up to a company or do other things, because you might surprise yourself. And so that's another thing that we are trying to instill in her and show her. And we hopefully that works out. And so, we'll keep you, posted. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. The numbers are continue to go up, so that's cool. Every time I look, I see some new numbers. Feel free to leave a comment or a question. Make sure you check out those other episodes, like and subscribe and share. And we'll get back to it next month. We got a lot of good things coming up for being a parent, working with this creative kid, as well as being an artist. And we have a documentary coming about the project we did a couple years ago, as well as being an educator. We're taking some kids to Japan, taking some kids to the United States, to Cleveland for the summer. So lots going on in the land of the Paulie Rhyme podcast and Chubu International. Once again, thanks. Peace.